right, excellent. Just reminding everyone again, we've got the chat feature open. Go ahead and use that for any of your questions, but I think we're okay to get started. So I hope everyone's been really enjoying all the content from the CIA as we kicked off today. One thing's for sure, we've absolutely touched on the sheer just grit and determination that our industry has taken to tackle on the challenges presented by the pandemic we're all experiencing right now. And here at Sweet Earth, we absolutely believe that plant-based and plant-forward menu items have a place to play in that pivot that we're all making. So today, we are excited to do a recipe demo that talks about, of course, our plant-based products, but all in off-premise dining occasions, right? So we knew even before the pandemic, delivery, carry-out, take-out, take and bake were becoming increasingly important. And as we think about the pivot that our industry's made in face of the pandemic, that's just even more important. And Chef Logan actually is going to share with us some recipe demos that really put our plant-based ingredients to work in those off-premise occasions. So I'm going to throw it over to Chef Logan to get us kicked off. Remember that you can engage us with questions in the chat feature, and I'll be here to relay those and make sure that we're answering all your questions. Take it away, Logan.
Thank you, Dana. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our booth. So today we're going to work on some very classic preparations with a plant-based twist using our Sweet Earth Mindful Chicken. First, we're going to do it in a sandwich format. We're going to be doing a Waldorf Chik'n salad. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do it as well in a to-go format in like a deli style. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start making the dressing. Now, I do like this concept for the main reasons that you get the freshness from the fresh parsley, you get the sweetness from the fruit, the earthiness from the walnuts, and then the Mindful Chicken brings it all together with texture and flavor. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. So first I'm going to start making the dressing. So I'm going to take a little bit of mayo, a little bit of white vinegar, and some whole grain mustard. And then we're just going to mix that together, and we're going to season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to set this aside just to let the flavors meld a little bit. And then we're going to jump right into the Mindful Chicken. So I really like this product in this application. Like I mentioned earlier, the texture, it gives it a really nice bite. It's not delicate. It gives it a really nice chew. And I'll show you right now just what it really looks like. You can really pull it, almost like pulled chicken. This would be great for like a pulled chicken sandwich or something like that. I really like this product in other cold applications like salads, whether it's a pasta salad, lettuce salad, whole grain salad, some lettuce wraps, and even spring rolls. So
I love that you talk about using the ingredient in a cold application, Chef Logan, because the product is actually ready to eat. So that really gives a full range of versatility for cold applications and hot applications for our operators. And we know in particular for grab and go, I think this chicken salad would work great in a grab and go application. I think that RTE benefit is a very important one.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and like I said earlier too, you know, you can shred this up and it's perfect for, you know, other toppings, even hot applications like pizzas and things like that. But just to chop it up, I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to run my knife through it just a couple times, just so that it's the same size as the other components. And then we're just going to throw it right in with the dressing.
We get a lot of questions as we're moving into this plant-based meat alternative space, which we know is just a really quickly growing category for us in food service. Well, everybody understands the burger, but what's next? And I really think chicken is a super exciting space for us to play in. The Mindful Chicken's a super unique product with a lot of benefit for that growing plant-based meat alternative category.
And I think there's a really good opportunity too for the Mindful Chik'n, just because there's so many applications that you can do as far as like a plant-based replicate. One of my favorites is the chicken piccata, and I really like that application just because the product really absorbs like that lemony, capery brine, and it really complements the butter and the pasta, and it's one of my favorite applications. So I'm going to be working on some of the components for the salad right now. So I just cut some grapes in half. I'm going to be working on some red onions, some apples, and some celery, just to finish up the little components.
All right, and while Chef's doing that, I'll remind you all, certainly if you have questions, go ahead and use the chat feature. We want to be interactive, right? So if you've got any questions about the product or about Sweet Earth in general, let us know. You can type it in that chat feature. You also have the opportunity to engage with us directly on a direct message. I'm Dana Jones. Or there is on the booth tab an opportunity for you to click Contact Us. And when you select that button, you'll have an opportunity to opt in for a follow-up from our sales team. They can get you set up with samples. And we're actually also participating in virtual sampling events that you can sign up for on the reception tab of the Menus of Change event platform. All right.
So tossing in some red onion. Some apples. I really like the apples in this application just because it gives you that nice kind of balance of sweetness along with the grapes.
Nice balance of sweetness and texture too, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a nice little added crunch.
So some folks who are viewing us today, you may have some experience with this product, the Sweet Earth Mindful Chik'n, in retail. Just an FYI for everyone in food service, our food service SKU is optimized for food service uses. So it's really very robust for all different application methods. Obviously, we're doing a cold application here today, but I think Chef Logan, you'd agree it works great in grilled applications. You can fry it, you can bake it. We've really made the investment to assure that it's operationally fit for use for commercial kitchens, for food service in particular. So encourage you to try the product in retail. It's delicious, but know that we've made the investment for a food service specific SKU that's robust enough for food service kitchens.
Yeah, we've tested it on skewers, and we've grilled them off with vegetables and fruits, and we've really gone through great lengths to make it international and global flavors through the application. So soups, braises, it's a very versatile product.
Yeah, I love that you talked about how well it takes flavors in sauces and soups. It's a real great opportunity. I mean, it really performs like chicken, and it has that whole range of versatility that you'd expect working with real chicken.
Absolutely. And the flavor is great too. It does have a mellow flavor. It's not overpowering. And so that's why I kept saying earlier just about the fact that it takes on flavors, the other flavors within a dish or components of the dish. It's really nice. So in the bowl, so just to finish this, so we've got the Mindful Chik'n, we've got grapes, we've got red onion, some red delicious apples, parsley, and then to finish it, we're gonna use some celery for some just additional freshness. So we're just gonna cut this on the bias, just so that there's something different shape, but it's gonna give it a nice crunch. Again, going for a lot of texture in the salad, a lot of different flavors, freshness, and then we're gonna add that right in.
All right, so we've got a question in the chat, Chef, asking if we'll be producing this product in different flavors, more ethnic flavors, perhaps. So I think I'll take that, and then certainly, Chef, you can add any context that you've got. But the answer is absolutely. We think chicken is a really exciting platform and space for plant-based meat alternatives. And we know from our experience on the Sweet Earth side, but also backed by Nestle Professional, we do flavors really well. The brand stands for more bold, global, and ethnic types of cuisine. So we absolutely see that as an opportunity in our innovation pipeline. Anything to add there, Chef, before I move on?
No, I think you hit it on everything. You know, I really like this product. Again, like the mellow flavor, really versatile in a lot of different ethical or ethnic methods.
Yeah, it works really well in any type of sauce application. And of course, in the Nestle Professional portfolio, we've got, in the Miners brand in particular, lots of great sauces that would work well as complements to the Mindful Chicken product, for sure. Have we thought about using fish or seafood? I think absolutely. Our ambition is to continue to look for opportunities to move into additional plant-based meat alternative categories, and fish and seafood could be a part of that for sure. Since we've got some activity going on in the chat while Chef is, I think, scooping our product into some to-go containers, why don't you guys let me know in the chat what type of meat alternatives you're using? Are you working with chicken products? Are you working with beef products?
And then while we're waiting for some of those questions, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plate this up. So we're gonna use a croissant roll. I really like this just because of the butteriness, the richness of the roll. I think this is a perfect application for this. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scoop it right onto the bun.
Will the alternatives be gluten-free? So our focus in formulating all of our products for Sweet Earth is really behind this equity of made in a kitchen, not in a lab. We try to be really focused on using the best ingredients, limiting allergens where we can, non-GMO as possible, or as organic as possible. So it will vary from ingredient to ingredient and product to product on whether or not gluten-free is attained, but our focus is always on a cleaner ingredient statement with the best ingredients, as organic as possible, non-GMO where possible, and reducing allergens. You can get more information about all the individual product details on our website, and you'll get directed there from the Contact Me button, or Contact Us button, I'm sorry, in the booth link. Plant components in the product. So we're going to be talking a lot about a diversity of plant proteins. So we have products that use soy, we have products that use pea protein. In this particular product, it's a soy-based product. And again, the focus is on a clean and relatively short ingredient statement, trying to avoid as many unintended allergens as possible. All right, so we've got those dished into our containers. So
Yes.
I love that you demonstrated the versatility. If you could pull those back into the frame on your cutting board, actually, I think that'd be helpful for us.
How's that?
So we've got the croissant as well as those awesome to-go containers. Awesome, versatile for off-premise types of solutions. I'll also add that the product, in addition to being RTE, actually has a 7-day chilled shelf life. So while you'd receive the product frozen, obviously you saw Chef Logan working with it in its thawed state, and it's safe to maintain, and you can keep it merchandised in those to-go containers for up to 7 days. So I think that's an awesome flexibility that operators are looking for when they think about off-premise dining occasions, particularly grab and go.